Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Studio 520. This is your coach. Yes. Okay, so let's look at what we have to do today. This is lesson module 2, lesson 5. So we're looking at multiplication now. And when we're looking at this, we're going to draw the area model. Always read the instructions. They tell you what to do. And we're going to also solve it with using the standard algorithm. Okay, now that I have everything prepared here. So here is the multiplication, 21 times 23. And here is this is the vertical multiplication, the horizontal multiplication, and this is the vertical multiplication. All right, let's get to it. So now, I already wrote it here. Here is the multiplication. I'm gonna show you two ways in which you can do this, okay? So we're gonna do it just the way it is, the standard algorithm. Okay, so, and I'll show you what this means in a moment. So we're gonna multiply 3 times 1 equals 3. So we're gonna write 3. And 3 times 2 equals 6. So that's 6 right here. Now we multiply that 3 already. So what I like to do sometimes, I multiply that one. So I'm gonna cross it out. Now I'm gonna multiply that 2. Now remember that 2 is like a 20 here, my friends. See that 20 there? That's the 2. Okay. So the two, that's where a lot of students, they cannot conceptually see this. So I'm showing it to you. So that's a 30, a 20. So now we're gonna, let me write that number better because that looks like my feet. I need to write better here. Okay, anyway, so that was that 3. Okay, now we're gonna multiply 20, that's 20. So let's write that times 10 here, which is gonna be represented by this 0. And then we say 2 times 1 equals 2, and then we write that below the 6. And then we say 2 times 2 equals 4. And our partial total for the 20 is gonna be the number. Now you have to add the partial products. That's a plus sign again. So 0 plus 3 equals 3, and 6 plus 3 equals 8, and 4 plus 0 equals 4. So that will be the answer for this multiplication. The answer will be the product, which is the answer of a multiplication will be 483. Now, some students have difficulties doing these things, so I separated this on purpose. So this is another way to do the standard algorithm. So because 23 can be decomposed, 23, let me write this down here. 23 can be decomposed into two numbers, can be decomposed, and usually you decompose a number below, not the one on the top. That's 2 tens, which equals 20, plus, and this can be decomposed into, then plus 3. And this is why I created this multiplication. If you can see that here, let me highlight that for you. If you can see this right here, so this is the 3, these are the 3 ones, and these are the 20, which is 23. All right, let me erase that because that's kind of weird. Anyways, so now let's do the multiplication. So 3 times 1 equals 3. Okay, let me change my calligraphic pen. Erase this. So we said that we have 3 times 1 equals 3, and 3 times 2 equals 6. And that will be the partial answer. And notice that is the same thing as this one here. So you would write it here under the multiplication. Now what we'll do this one, let me change the color now. This is the 20, which is the 2 here. So because the 0 represents a 10, we can just write the 10, because when you multiply a number by 10, it just adds this, it doesn't add the 0. You have to write it at the end, so it represents that number. So now let's do this. So this is the 10. 2, what is 2 times 1? That's 2. And what is 2 times 2 equals 4. So as you can see, this answer is this other answer. And notice that one important thing to remember here is you need to align the ones with the ones, the tens with the tens. And that's what I did right here. These are the ones. Let me highlight them for you so you can clearly see it. So if you see the ones, these are the ones. We align them. And then these are the tens. Okay, and that's how you get this correct. Now let's look at the area model. Okay, so the area model is what you is represented by this operation. So now we always look at the number that is below. So it's, let me write the number. It's going to be 21 times 23. There is a multiplication, okay? So now, when we do this, so we are going to break down the number on the bottom by two, what are the numbers? By 20 and 3. So we're going to write 20 plus 3. So that's what happens there. Now on the top we have the 21, right? So we can do just write a 21. That's one way because that will be seen by that. Okay, now let's do that right now. But let me show you. This is why it's called the area model because you separate the area for the tens and the ones. So when you do that, then you can just say, okay, what is 20 times 21? Well, we know that the zero is represented by, so wait, so we will write this inside 20 times 21, and this will be 2 times 21 equals 42. Or in other words, 2 times 1 equals 2, and 2 times 2 equals 4. Times this 10, that will be 42 times the 0, which represents a 10, will be 420. The number below will be 3. That will be the equation 3 times the number above, which will be 21 again. And notice that that's exactly what we have right here, 63 and 420. So 3 times 1 equals 3. Align that with the ones right here. And 3 times 2 equals 6. That will be aligned with the ones. When you have those partial answers, then you can add them up. Because look, it says right here, add. So 3 plus 0 equals 3. And 6 plus 2 equals 8. And 0 plus 4 equals 4. Okay, my friends, make sure you watch this video again. This is how you solve a multiplication with the area model or the standard algorithm, which is this one. Signing out, your coach, Mr. Magno. Tonight, Mr. Magno's in the house. Please become a better mathematician. You got what it takes.